anytime, anyway, I have confidence in you. Jehovah, I have confidence in you. Jesus, I have confidence in you.
Anytime, anywhere,
I have confidence in you.
Jesus,
I have confidence in you. Jesus, I have confidence in you.
anytime, anywhere,
Say, I have confidence in you.
Jesus,
I have confidence in you.
Jesus,
I have confidence in you.
anytime, anywhere,
I have confidence in you. I have confidence in you. I have confidence in you.
anytime, anywhere,
I have confidence in you. I have confidence in you. I have confidence in you.
anytime, anywhere,
I have confidence in you. Say, I have confidence in you. I have confidence in you.
anytime, anywhere,
I have confidence in you. I have confidence in you. I have confidence in you.
anytime, anywhere,
I have confidence in you. I have confidence in you. I have confidence in you.
anytime, anywhere,
I have confidence in you. 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 I have confidence. Hey, I have confidence in you. I have confidence in you. I have confidence. Hey, I have confidence. Hey, I have confidence. Anyway, I have confidence in you. I have confidence. Oh, yeah. I have confidence in you. 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 Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Father, we bless your name. Have your seat. Have your seat. Nobody should be behind. Nobody should be on the white chairs. All come forward. Give me that song in the background. Let that song remain on the background. Yesterday, I was in a meeting with a man I would consider a billionaire. And sir, to my greatest surprise, I met this man. He was not wearing designers. Austin, you know what's called designers? Wasn't wearing designers. Are we live? The shoe the man wore was not polished. The shoe the man wore was not polished. His polo, there was a hole on the polo. Now I'm planning a business trip in Ecom. And the man is one of the most successful people in that business in Ecom. I'm talking about cocoa business. And I started with the man yesterday. But when you want to learn, you learn from the best. He said he has been in the business for at least 15 years. A man who has done something for 15 years, you should learn from him. I carried a bottle of wine. I went to him. He said, keep pastor aside, sir. I came to learn. Keep pastor aside. I came to learn. If I mention his name, most of you will know him. And the man told me that as at last year, is it last year or early this year? He said he sold 400,000 bags of cocoa. Who has a calculator here? On your phone. Tonight or this morning, I'll be speaking on the 12 keys to provoke favor. It's high time you stop asking people for urgent 2K. Remember what I taught us in the 5 keys to wealth? How many of us remember that topic? The 5 keys to wealth. And I told us that even a blind man has an advantage if he looks inward. A crippled man has an advantage if he looks inward. No matter how broke you are, there is something that you have that if you take advantage of what you already have, it will give you what you desire. Bring us a calculator. Do this maths for me. I pray your calculator will not blow. Calculate 970,000 naira times 400,000. How much is that?
388 billion. 388 billion. 388.
300 and what? 88 billion. What did I say? 300 what? 88 billion. Say it again. 300 what? 88 billion. That's what a man has. And the man is in this Calabao, not somewhere else. He's into cocoa business in Ecom, in a tomb. And when I sat down with the man was talking to me. When I left that place, if you observed yesterday, my phone was off for a long time. I was praying. 388. That is what he made as at the last time he sold, though. I don't know what it will make this year or ending of this year. That is just for cocoa. The man said he has over, is it over 1,000 plot of land? 1,000 plot of land. 1,000. And in the midst of the cocoa, he has other small plants, small crops in the farm. He has maize, he has bananas, he has plantains. Apart from the cocoa, there are other ones. He has ogbono, he has pepe. Apart from the cocoa, he has other small ones in the same farm. My wife does not go to the market. Our farm is everything. Right now, I want to start rearing pigs in my farm. Sir, he's not a millionaire. He's a billionaire. See, every week I go to my farm. I pull my shirt. I walk. I have labored out, but I work more than them. To them, it is salary. To me, it's my life. So I'll pull my shoe. I will weed the ground also. When it's time to fumigate the farm, I do it myself. Sir, can we be humble and learn? Is it possible for us to be humble and learn? An Igbo boy in the shop of Zoga. He's working for the man for 7 years. The man not paying him salary. But after 7 years, that same boy will be mocking. 7 years, some 5 years. Opened his own business. And within 3 years, he has 5 shops. There's a knowledge has been transferred. And my responsibility this morning is to transfer some of those knowledge to you. Because destiny will only respond to you by the direction of your knowledge. The direction of your knowledge. Daniel 11 verse 32. Daniel 11 verse 32. La chateau Francisco Cofarandisa. Blosh Calabrandia, Boros, Cofran, Tile, Cro, Copara, Ciso, Bida Kura, Rekokota Banda. Last Sunday I couldn't continue on the series. I took only one point, which was the favor by impartation. This Sunday I'm going to be continuing on it, and I want the energy. I want the energy to be low so that I can do more and be done with this. Then we enter the next topic on favor. Daniel 11 verse 32. Let's read the B part of it. The B part of it. 1, 2, go. But the people that do know, underline the word no. But the people that do know their God. 2 things are meant to happen to them. Number 1, they shall be strong. Number 2, they shall do exploit. The meaning of that is, any man you find who is doing exploit, the secret is that he knows something. Any man you find who is strong, the secret is that he knows something. The people that don't know, as long as you know, there are 2 things that are bound to happen to you. what I will call the prophets of knowledge. There are two things that will happen to you, the prophets of knowledge. Number one, that knowledge will make you strong. They shall be strong. Knowledge will make you strong. And number two, knowledge is the backing of exploit. Knowledge is the strength of exploit. Knowledge is the wheel of exploit. Knowledge is the provoker of exploit. Knowledge is the propeller of exploit. Knowledge is the trigger of exploit. Knowledge. 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 Question: what do you know? And there are basically two ways of knowing. You either know it's being revealed to you. You either come into knowledge. Why are you holding your phone? Where is your notebook? You either know by knowledge being revealed to you is called the Rhema word, or you know by knowledge being given to you either in books or in class is called the Logos. You either know by what is called the Rhema word. The Rhema word is the word that is revealed to you by El Shaddai himself, or you can come to know by the word being given to you by books or in classroom. It's called the Logos. But sir, I can tell you in all honesty, the best knowledge to have is the one that comes by Rhema. Because what will save you in time of trouble, what will save you in time of need, what will give you keys to advancement is the word that was given to you by only the immortals. Question now is this: what do you know that only the immortals told you? What do you have as a knowledge that only the immortals gave to you? What do you have as a seal that only the immortals gave you? What do you have? What do you have as a knowledge that only the immortals told you? How do I mean? A man called Moses met a Red Sea, and there are only two ways of going across the Red Sea. One is by you going through it by a ship. The other is by you going through it by a bridge. And here was Moses standing face to face with the Red Sea. Here was Moses standing face to face with an impossibility. And the only way he could conquer that Red Sea was by a knowledge that came by Rhema. Because you can't find this one in books. No author has found it yet. You can't find this one in the classroom. No lecturer has found it yet. It can only come by Rhema. What do you know? What do you know? What do you know? I was reading a book last week and I met Pastor Ben on the road. And he said, sir, I'm not feeling fine. I'm sick. I want to go and buy drugs. And I looked at him. But sir, I don't take drugs. Why are you taking drugs? He said, Papa, you know, Papa, I laughed. Don't worry. Go and take the drugs. And I told him, I said, I was reading a book before I came out. And in that book, a man of God said, how I see the miracle that happen in meetings is that I pray at least 12 hours before the program. It's for him. It doesn't mean you should do that same one. If you have the grace, you can go. Say, I pray 12 hours before I enter the program. Did you hear me, sir? So as I arrived at the program, I have already prayed before I came. So I don't need to burden the people with prayer again. Are you getting my point? I have before I came. So once I stand on the podium, I just worship God. He said, I worship God to a point. Once I see the hand of God in the atmosphere, I step aside and allow the hand of God to do the miracle. I won't mention any case. I will just step aside in the midst of the worship, and all manner of miracles will happen. When the hand is done, I will now say, if you have a testimony, come out. And they cannot count testimonies, sir. It didn't say HIV, go. Blindness. He just saw the hand in the atmosphere. He will step aside. Sir, take over. When the hand is done, he will now come back again. If we have a testimony, come out. Jesus. What do you know? That only the immortals told you. What do you know? Apostle Joel, God told him, leave Abuja, move to Abuja, move to Lagos, and begin a work there. Plant the hotel there. And he left his house in Abuja. Went to Lagos and was squatting in the hotel. And was trying to have an accommodation. Sir, a lady called him. Said, I have a house, so and so place. Nobody is living in that house. Please go and live there for 3 years. No rent. What do you know? So when I saw the picture, I said, Kai, this thing is working. It is working. It is working. It is working. It is working. What do you know? Please relax yourself. I want to show you maybe just 3 keys. The next Sunday I'll break into some other ones. You can walk in this realm for real. For real. Sister Rachel, why are you not on duty? Give her a 20 minutes now. For real. You can walk in this realm. For real. This realm. For real. As soon as we made up our mind to host this program, Pastor Ben is here. We didn't have money in the account, but me know the program was going to hold. Whether there is money or I know the program will hold. As long as the name of the Lord is on it, the program will hold. Boo, you don't understand, sir. I was in Abu. I have one prayer point that I used to pray. Father, give somebody a problem that only me can solve. You don't understand that prayer. You will soon know it. It's one of the keys to favor. When you don't understand. What made Joseph the prime minister of Israel dream interpretation? He was the only one that could solve the problem, not dream interpreting. There were other dream interpreters, but he was the only one that could solve the problem. Because he was the only one that could solve the problem, the position was meant for him alone. Give people carry up your hands. Say, Father, give me the wisdom to solve the problem of man. Give people a problem that only me can solve. Then you understand that, sir, you can sell phone. You can be repairing phone by a tagbo. And the phone of the governor go bad. And they take the phone to the big shops in town. They can't repair it. And they look for only one man that they know. And his name is Austin Bison. That if Austin touches your phone and speaks in tongues, and he will repair the phone. As the governor holds the phone, somebody spoke in tongues on the phone. Kama, kuke, kokurata. And the man holds Akuba Kantiat. Who repaired this phone? I want to see him. And the young man arrived before the governor. Where are you from? Okay, what do? You have an idea. You have skill. Chief of staff, make him SA on phone training. The office never existed, but the man had the key to solutions. His knowledge created office for him. Number 1, sir, if you want to walk in the realm of favor, be a solution giver. Joy, where is your book? If you want to walk in the realm of favor, be a solution giver. Carry solutions. I can tell you, sir, men may not like your face. They may not even like your tribe, but if you have the answer to their problem, they look for you. Did you hear me? Men Men may not like your they don't even care where you come from. As long as you have the answer to their solution, they will look for you. How do I know? The Saul loved David, but David was the only one that could play, and madness will leave him. Simple. As long as the key to the madness leading me was in the hand of David, I don't like David, but what he has, I can't do without it. Come. Solution. Solution. As long as you can do what people need, as long as you can solve the problem in the heart of people, they will look for you. Question: what can you solve? What solution can you provide? The last time I checked, sir, hospitals don't have bed again. No. Do you know why? People are sick every day and they are looking for doctors. I heard a story of a woman that was rushed to the hospital in Calabar here, and they ran to a particular place and they said there was no bed space. They ran her to another place, said there was no space. And the only place they could find a space was in a private hospital. And a bed space is expensive. They paid for it. Bed space a night was 20,000. They paid for it. Why? That place has their solution. It has what? Their solution. Anita, I was to book a hotel in Lagos. They call it Lagos Marriott Hotel. You can find. A room there is $300. The cheapest room there is $215. That is almost above 300,000 a night. That's the cheapest room. And guess what? When I was to book, when I was on Thursday, all the rooms are filled up. In the same country, people are crying of hunger. People are paying $1,000 for a room. Now heaven I won't go. A room. Because one boy was doing a wedding. People came from around the world, so they needed what is called comfort and security. And Lagos Marriott Hotel was their best destination. So they paid for a room in Lagos, and they will fly to the wedding on Thursday by private jet, by helicopter, and return back to Lagos. You don't understand. If you have the solution, you are bound to be favored. I say it. If you have the solution, you are bound to be favored. Question: what solution do you have? What solution do you have? Because in the economy of this world, the market is made up of two things: demand and supply. In the economy of this world, remember that you are not giving your services to angels, you are giving it to who? To men on earth. Favor with men is a function of you being in supply of their demand. They don't care where you come from. As long as you have the solution, they will look for you. A particular false prophet in Calabar, those days, 2006, 2007, 2008, before God took him away out of this town. If you are around Calabar South, around Atamuno, around Yellow Duke, you will know the man. He began in a shop. After 3 months, shop they blow the shop open. Bought the whole land. The land became too small. They moved to another place. Block the road every Sunday. Answer. Governors run to his services. He is fake. He is satanic. But they run to his services. That is to show you that when a man has solution, people don't care his background. Oh my God. When you have a solution, people don't care your background. All they are interested is what? Solution. You are drinking sugar every day in your tea. The man who won't pay that door that sugar, sir, is a Muslim. Are you going to think because he's a Muslim, you won't eat again? They don't care your background. Oh. The answer is what? Solution. Oh, I won't buy his cement again. He's a Muslim. They don't care. Oh. Because of what? Solution. What are you solving? You reign, you reign, you reign. You ancient Zion's King. God, oh, God, oh. Kadosh! You reign, you reign, you reign. Kadosh! Kadosh! You reign, you reign, you reign. Kadosh. Kadosh. The next thing you need to know as your key to provoke favor is that you must walk in the will of God. Take note of the thing I'm telling you. You won't find them in any book. Remember, I told us that there are two of knowing. Either you download it by Rema or you research it in books. Sir, I choose the way of Rema. You have what is called the room of light. When you enter that room, you'll be granted. When you walk in the will of God. Hear me, sir. If I send you on a journey, I will give you transport. If I send you on a journey, I will give you transport fare. At least I will take care of your accommodation. I will make phone calls ahead of you. The same thing happens with God. If you walk in the will of God, He will pay your transport fare. If you walk in the will of God, be rest assured, He will pay your transport fare. If a man can send somebody on a journey and is careful to make provision for the person, and as long as the person abides in the obedience of the journey, he enjoys the provision. The same thing happens with God. If God sends you on a journey and you abide in His ways, kama, cross, kata. One of the provision in that journey is favor. Favor. I am yet to see a man that was sent by God that was stranded on the road. is he not faithful enough? David said he is faithful. Faithful and ever true. Want to enjoy favor? Second key. Walk in the will of God. This is the way. Follow. This is the way. Enter. Because there is a way that seemeth right. To you, that way seems right. To them, that way seems right. But the end of it is what? Destruction. How much more he that walks in the way of the Lord? Break forth, O fountain of the deep. Cry out, Adosh. You are mighty on your throne. Break forth, O fountain of the deep. Cry out, Kadosh. God told Moses, go to Egypt, bring them out of Egypt, take them to the promised land. He didn't tell Moses that between Egypt and promised land there will be hunger. He didn't tell him that between Egypt and the promised land the people will be hungry. But as long as the young man was walking in the will of God, what followed him was what? Provisions. There was manna every day. Even when they got to a place where there was no water, he struck rock and water came out. Provisions. One of such provisions, a man who walks with the will of God, is that he is bound to operate in favor. In favor. In favor. In favor. God's servant Apostle Joel. God told him, remain in Lagos. Make Lagos now your headquarters. He was in the will of God, but has no house, but had no house yet. Because he is in the will. Because of what? He is in the will. He didn't call the woman and say, Madam, I'm in Lagos, I need your help. No, sir. Your own is what? Just be in the will. He sent you, so therefore he will make provisions for you. The woman is the one that contacted him. He didn't contact her. Be in the will of God. You want to get married, you're rushing to get married, you're rushing to get. Have you cared to ask if this is the will of God? Have you cared to ask God? Are you the one, or should I wait for another? I heard a story of a young lady, a young man was with a young sister. For 12 years, that girl suffered with him. As a mechanic, what do they call this thing? He was doing mechanic and going to, Chichi was going to school. 12 years, they have been growing together. A girl suffered with you for 12 years. From mechanic and you blew. He now came and said, I was using the while I wait time. 12 years. 12 years. While I wait time. For 12 years. My dream is to marry a tall, fair lady. I want the one that when you look at her face, you can see the sun. Go ahead. The Lord help you. The girl left heartbroken. She left town. He said, you don't want to marry me? No problem. God bless him. And he got married to a tall, fair demon. 2 years after the wedding, the girl gave birth to a boy. I told him from today, I have to focus on my life. Once I'm done with this delivery, I want to focus on my life. I'll be seeing you once in a while. I want to just focus on my life. And our life is what? Beer parlor, drinking, clubbing. That's our life that you don't want to focus on. To focus on my life. I'm tired of pretending. I want to focus on my life now. Get back to the boy. She comes to the house once in a while. She is not focusing on her life. Go to the mother. You sit time and harvest. You saw peace and you say you didn't want peace, you wanted war. Go ahead, sir. The guy, my brother, you signed for it too. I didn't come for peace, I came for I'm there. The guy started calling family for help. He said, no, go ahead. You signed for You send your peace pack. Go ahead. He got to the point. He had to report to the pastor. Pastor called the woman to advise her. The woman told the pastor, call my line again. I will come to try and embarrass you. They left the man because he was giving money in church. They made church. You know this thing they call deacons. They made him deacon. Those kind of things. So they can continue giving money in church. Those mundane deceptions. A man doesn't have Bible in his house. He's deacon. So that during 400 he can give 50,000. What a small boy can give secretly. And they made the man elder. You know that thing they call deacons in church, that ordination. On the ordination day, the man was supposed to come with his wife. Hey! He was told to come with his wife for ordination. You know, normally when he stands, she will stand behind him and then they will pour him her oil. Then she will put her hand on her shoulder like a supporter. I support your ordination. Oh my God. Brother, pastor, it was time for ordination. Madam never come church. It was time for ordination. Madam never come church. The guy came outside. Call me by the way, you push the guard anywhere she is. Please go and beg her. Tell her she can disgrace me in the house, but not in public. I beg. Let her just today. Just come. Let her found madam. Madam was highly. And they bundled her like that and brought to church. When the pastor they see outside, he says, we won't ordain you today. Shadow your own for next 2 years. Go and put your home in order. That was the beginning of his downfall. So he was thinking that she would change, pampering her. From the church, she didn't go back home. She went back to where she came from. Because now she's what? Focusing on her life. Will of God. As I speak now, the man has lost his business because she took the property, the document of the house to go and collect loan and couldn't pay back and took loan. The man wasn't away. Now it's time to pay back. You don't understand this thing. If you are not in the will of God, you will pay your transport too. If you are not in the will of God, you will pay your transport. How do I mean? Look at the boy called the prodigal son. When he left the will of God, he left with money. Is that true? But he came back begging. That is exactly what happens when you are not in the will of God. If you leave the will of God, after all, a boy called Cain left God, left the presence of God and went and built the city. Nobody is saying you shouldn't build, but sir, are you building in the will of God? Or you are building to prove a point? He left. A few years after, it became a damnation. Will of God. When you find people who are no longer experiencing favor in their life, check carefully. They have deviated. They have deviated. Just check carefully. They have deviated from the plan, from the will. If you are very close to God, hear me. If you are very close to God and you fornicate or commit adultery, if you are very close to God, the moment you fornicate or commit adultery, if you are very close to God, your heavens will be shut. Tomorrow, on the moment, on the spot, your heaven will be shut on the spot. And it might take you about 90 days to cry for mercy for it to open again. Some 2 years, some 10 years. By 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour mistake. No, not mistake, 1 hour pleasure. It will be shut. A pastor gave a testimony, and I respect the man for that testimony. He said, if you think of anybody that was anointed, I was the one. There's when I am preparing for program, I will pray for 3 days straight. I want to stop, I cannot stop. 3 days straight. See, I want to stop, I cannot stop the prayer. If I kneel down, I don't know when I will stop. begging God, please, it's time for prayer. Let me just go. He said I will enter the auditorium, and as I am entering with the protocols, the ones are already crying out. The man has not yet held microphone. Oh. As he's entering the demons are already crying out. Sometimes when he's to minister, because of the weight of glory he came with, he would just sit down on his chair and hold microphone there to minister, because he cannot stand up. The glory is too heavy on him that they can't even leave his seat. So they will bring mic for him on the seat, and he will just sit down there and preach. And as people are coming up for water call, the glory is too heavy on him that they can't leave his seat. So he will finish preaching, he will drop microphone, but he cannot leave his seat. The glory will be so heavy that he can't stand up. So they will have to carry the seat on as he is on the seat like that out. Sometimes he will stay there till the next day before the glory can come down. Can reduce. And he said one day his wife got upset, and his house help became his pillow. May God give you understanding. From that day, so when he finished with the house help, as he finished with the house help, out of regret, he was rushing to the car to go and to run to church to go and apologize. As he was going on the way, he had an accident on the way. Became crippled. He couldn't tell anyone what he has done, because if he does it, the whole church will scatter. But the more he kept his secret, the more things were going bad. The more he was trying to guide his ego, his integrity as a pastor, the more things were going bad. Partners left him, things were happening up and down, until one day he said he's tired of keeping this to himself. He has prayed though, God has forgiven him, but his conscience is still blaming him. So he called his wife and said, that day you upset me, I messed up. In fact, that was why I had the accident. Let me tell you now. Well, I want to tell the whole church, gather everybody, let them come to the hospital. Let me share let me share the truth to them. If after me telling them they leave, no problem. But let me clear my conscience. And people came around him, and he said everything to them. When he finished speaking, everybody knelt down, and we're praying for God to restore Papa. Why? A man became sincere. Nobody hides his sin and prosper. If it means you exposing me to help me, expose me, sir. Last time I checked, only you can help me. And he said, even though now he still sees miracle happening in his ministry, but it is not the same. It is not the same as it used to be. It's not the same. It's not. That he knows it. He said, I still pray for long, but it's not the, and this thing is over 15 years now. The glory has not yet returned. You are talking in fornication up and down. You better be careful, oh. Go and hear the sermon 12 errors of fornication. Go and hear it. Go and hear it. I can't hold myself. You better hold yourself, because you don't know. 15 years after, sir. 15 years after, he is still praying that long prayers. He's still doing program. Ministry has grown, but him, he still knows that it is not the same as it used to be. That book you gave me, I saw the story in that book. The vessels God makes. When I saw that story, Billy Agani is a writer indeed. When I saw that story, I said, God, no wonder so many pastors rose with fire. Today, they are still doing ministry, but you can't hear them at all. Something went wrong with the glory. Something went wrong. Something went wrong with the glory. To you is find a make a chop. You will eat your last meal. That's why I understand when girls to church and they are crushing on their pastor. I don't understand. You're crushing on your pastor. You're smiling at your pastor anyhow. You're staring at your pastor. Do you know do you have an idea of the judgment you're about to receive? Or you think you're catching fun? Wait, do you have an idea of the level of judgment you're about to receive? Because he that brings down a righteous man, you became the conduit pipe for the downfall of a righteous man. Do you have an idea of what is about to befall you? And they crush on him. He will soon crush you. You will soon receive a crush. You don't know how sometimes I bleed when I see a great man that his ministry went down because of scandal. Sir, if you look carefully, that man didn't rush after those sisters. They were the ones showing themselves on him. And tomorrow the man came out and said they want to confess. You are confessing the downfall of a man that oil poured on his head by what you triggered him into. Your own judgment is highly special. And guess what? It will not end with you. It will end with your children. It will succeed your generation. Now read the book of Deuteronomy on their judgments. Even David spoke about it. Woe unto he that bringeth down a righteous man. Instead of going on fasting for God to anoint the man, you are going to the market to buy food and cook for him. I cook soup. Can I bring for you? Bring us what? Are you a chef? And you check time. You want to bring the food around past 6. So that you will say, I can't find back again to go. Can I rest here small? Do you have an idea of what you are doing? Go and read history of those who did it. Check how they ended. I choose to be harsh on people because I want to help you. I want to help you. What Apostle Joel's house? The girls that are in his house, he does not have their numbers. He does not talk to them. Papa is out. Just be quiet. You told him that. It's okay. He should be like smiling with you as what now? As your gist partner, as what? Because when the devil succeeds in using you, guess what? I don't want to mention name, but sir, it's a pastor I used to love hearing. Those days, I will listen to his message back to back, play the message and sleep off. The next morning, continue the message. But these days, when I hear him preach, his voice is like noise in my ears. His voice is like a noise in my ears. I watch his video online, I just sweep off. There is no attraction again. And one day I was praying, why is this thing always happening? And I saw a tree and said, why? And himself knows. And even though he's still doing ministry, breaking the dead, casting out devils, he knows that something is missing. If you want to remain in favor, make sure you are the will of God. Keep your own will aside first, because in your will there is no guarantee. See the will of God, sir. It will give you what you were praying for. Make sure you're where? In the will of God. Will of God. In the year 2017, 2018, God connected me to God's servant Apostle Joel. I was in a vision and I saw a man standing by the wall, and he told me, "You want to cross this wall?" I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Climb my back." As I climbed his back, I stood on his shoulders and climbed and I was able to climb the wall. The same face I saw 2 days after Apostle Joel came to the room we were in Abuja. I have never met him before. When I saw his face, I said, "I saw you now." He said, "Where you see me?" He said, "I saw you. I saw you in my dream. Let me see your hand." I saw a mark somewhere. When I saw the mark on his hand, I said, "It's the man I saw." I didn't know it was a prophet. Later on, when we began praying in the room, I started prophesying. Later on, God told me, "Serve him." Huh? Just serve him. This was 2018. Serve him. And I knew that my ministry would be centered around him. Serve him. Serve him. Since 2018 till date, serve him. Serve him. Serve him. By the year 2021, I thought I had become mature. Let me stand on my own. Began fire camp. I left the will of God and I was still doing the work of God. Are you following me? I left what? The will of God, but I was still doing the May God give you understanding. Answer. I was struggling. We were praying. It was yes, we were, we were praying. We were breaking chair. I tell you the truth. We were praying. We were breaking, but was missing. Something was missing. Okay. Yet in my disconnecting from him, the man was still loving me. He was still watching my videos. He was still liking my posts. To me, I'm not a big boy. I don't need him again. I can heal the sick now. As I was going on the journey, my heavens were closing. And one day, I saw a vision. He came to the house. He said, "Oh boy, why you do me this kind of thing? I'm missing you. Come back." When I saw that vision, the next day we were to have prayers. On Wednesday or so, Effiong was to lead the prayer. And as Effiong was leading prayer, Effiong saw a vision as we were praying, and the name Salem appeared in the atmosphere. Myself, today, I'm not doing fire cam again. I saw the dream, and now Effiong is saying the same thing. You will be. I told me not doing again. I did myself, but all of us Jerusalem. Once has he spoken, twice have I heard. And I began to pat my way back to the journey. It wasn't easy, but bro, I have peace of mind. Peace of mind. Peace of mind. The will of God. Are you in the will of God, or you are trying to impress men? Are you in the will of God, or you are trying to impress men? Because if you are not in the will of God, the next thing is that you are bound to impress men. Men didn't send you, so why are you impressing them? The will of God. The will of God. And we were on a call last week, and he said, I have watched Ephraim closely ever since he came back. His commitment is something else. The church is growing in his hands. I don't call him any day to ask him if he's okay, because I know he's okay. They are sending him somewhere else. Thank you, sir. Why? 2017, God told me, serve him. And I knew that is where I am to be. If you make a mistake to leave the will of God like Lot did, if you make the mistake to leave the will of God where God planted you, by sentiment you left, where God instructed you, by disobedience you deviated, you will still be alive, but you will begin to operate under a closed heaven. A man of God in Nigeria, very popular man of God in Nigeria, left his father in the Lord, began his ministry, started insulting the man online. The man kept quiet. Recently, he went back to beg the man for forgiveness, for blessing. Why did he go back? His own sister died. As they were going for the burial, his church member died. His eyes now open. Will of God. And number 3, I will shut down here. The third key that you must have, if you must possess favor, is that you must have a vision. You must do what? Have a vision. Destiny helpers don't come to you if you don't have vision. Did you hear me? Destiny helpers don't do what? They don't come to you if you don't have a vision. Chinedu, come. Stand here, sir. Carry that offering envelope and hold. This is your vision. This is your burden. This is your dream. The dream that you have, the view that you have is bigger than you. In fact, your bank account can't even run this thing for 1 hour. This is your vision. And because of the weight of the vision, you now understand that if you are left on your own, this thing will die. Now, when God hears your prayer about your vision, how he will answer, can I continue? How he will answer this vision is that he will now look for somebody called a destiny helper. The man does not know you. The man does not care where you come from. All the man wanted is somebody who has a vision that his spirit loves and can sponsor. Remember, you are praying with the vision. You don't have the money to run the vision. You are praying with the vision. You don't have the connection to power the vision. Your only help is God, and only God is your stay. Then as you begin to pray, first day, pray second in the program. If I mention the names, you'll be shocked. Take my phone. Take my phone. Let me show you the poster. Should be here. One of the biggest you can think of in the East. One of the biggest names you can think of in the East. Can you see this man's face? Do you know him? Do you know this man? I am on the same poster with him. You know that man, Abi? Look at his face. You know that man? Do you know this man? You know this man? Look at a small boy on the same poster with that man. Do you know this man? Now look at this small boy on the same poster with the man. the ministry of destiny helpers. They will only come when your vision only come. Question: what is your vision? Urgent 2K. May God deliver you. Want to go and your vision is to make hair, Brazilian hair. May God deliver you. I hear the voice. Listen. The reason why I got the story of the man I met yesterday is because of what I want to share, of what I'm sharing now. The man said he kept on seeing himself dreaming of farming. Dreaming of farming. So he was confused. One day he told his pastor. Pastor said, do you have land? He said, I have, but it's not big. He said, start with something. So he didn't have money. The pastor told him, go and write business plan. He wrote business plan rubbish. You know, as a novice then, it was rubbish. He said, no, this thing is not good. Connected him with somebody that could help him arrange business plan well. And the pastor was holding the business plan to pray with him in agreement. Praying in agreement. Praying in agreement. Praying in agreement. And one day, a senator was to do empowerment for farmers. So, for people that want to go into farming and have the land already but don't have the money. Vision. Destiny helper. Prayer. And that was how his vision met with the senator's 4 million naira, because prayer was powering it. He got that money. The first thing he did, he went to maize farming. You know, corn. How many months is corn? From plant to finishing. How many months? 4 months. 4 months at most. He said that was how he began to see millions. Daddy, millions. They cleared the farm, cleared the bush. He planted just maize. First time. He said when he began the farming, he realized he didn't need up to 4 million. Jesus. What is your vision? So, Jesus Christ. 80 million. And plantain doesn't need manure too much. Doesn't need fertilizer too much. All it needs is just rainwater to fall. Am I correct, sister? Just rainwater to fall on it. How much is 1 sucker of plantain? Hey! See, hear me. You need knowledge. I have given you one now. Sit up. And I'm told plantain is highest of 10 months. Highest of 10 months. And God shows you mercy in 10 months. Even if you don't make exactly 80 million, at least 50 million. Because you pay workers, at least buy fumigations, and pay security man. Even reach 30 million, sir. Pastor Ben, when there is a vision on ground, and prayer is added to the vision, destiny helpers will be provoked. Remember, I told you that destiny helpers, you don't program them to yourself. The Lord himself, who has seen the prayer and the vision, pumps. Bring them. In case this is the only thing you will hear me say, you are at an advantage. You have an advantage because now you have received knowledge. You have an advantage because right now you have received knowledge. Daniel 11:32. Back to where we read from. They that do. Question. What do you know? Simple. What do you know? You know your uncle, he will fail you. You have connection, there will be network.